Currently, one of the hottest spots remains the Pokrovsk direction. According to analysts, in addition to infantry, the Russians are actively bringing in their equipment, deploying electronic warfare systems, and using their drones to effectively control the logistics of the Pokrovsk Myrnohrad agglomeration. Deep state. At the same time, the defense forces are trying to hold the northern outskirts of the city. They are targeting it with drones against infantry and attempting to carry out clearing operations. Myrnohrad. Due to the enemy's active pressure, the city is in an even more difficult situation. At the same time, Ukrainian pilots have limited opportunities to operate over Myrnohrad because the enemy is conducting raids into the rear through Rodenske, attacking our pilots' positions. The city itself is under constant fire control by the enemy, as is all logistics, which complicates any movement there. However, there is no order from the higher military command to withdraw from Myrnohrad. Therefore, the last point of support for any possible route lies through Rodenske. That is why the enemy is actively putting pressure on this settlement in order to occupy it. The fighting for Pokrovsk and Myrnohrad continues. Here is how the General Staff comments on the situation at the front.
153 combat engagements on the front line is the lowest number since the beginning of the month. But as for the number of killed murderers and rapists, 780, a bit more than the day before. Enemy activity has noticeably decreased even on the hottest direction, the Pokrovsk sector. There, 35 attacks took place. But activity has increased significantly in the Hulyapol sector, 25 assaults. 12 in the Slovyansk sector, 7 each in the Lyman and Kostiantinivka sectors, 5 in the Kupiansk sector and 4 in the southern Slobozhansky direction. The defense forces struck 1 enemy personnel concentration area and 4 command posts.
Ground robotic systems are slowly but steadily entering military service. These platforms have already proven their effectiveness on the battlefield and have saved more than one life. They are desperately needed at the front. Developers are improving the machines, increasing their range to 40 kilometers and equipping the platforms with both heavy and light machine guns. And they're also creating robotic ground-based mother drones. A report from our correspondents. Coming up next.
It doesn't need to eat, sleep, or rest. The Iron Gnome with a shooting platform will soon replace infantry machine gunners on the front line.
These are the essential machines that are absolutely required on the battlefield right now. A machine equipped with a powerful Browning. The VP-21 machine is configured with 2 RPGs and a heavy machine gun. You have the option to add a couple more RPGs to the setup, effectively making it a total of 4 RPGs and a machine gun. These are highly capable and fully working UGVs that are specifically designed to hold defensive positions for long periods of time.
2 gnomes with different weapons, one with a 12.7 caliber Browning and the other with a PKM 7.62 machine gun. Both are being tested at the training ground by a combat brigade.
If we take the powerful Kalashnikov PKM machine gun and fire a burst of 10 rounds at a target located 400 meters away, we will find that 8 of those shots successfully hit the mark. It has good maneuverability. The maximum speed is 10 kilometers per hour. Its off-road performance capabilities are also exceptionally impressive, and it demonstrates excellent handling on tracks too.
Ground-based robotic platforms with machine guns can cover distances of up to 40 kilometers over difficult terrain. To prevent the drone from tipping over during firing, special stabilizers have been installed.
Our development is a wheeled tracked vehicle. If a track is lost, this platform can still move on its wheels. Its versatility lies in the fact that it's a multi-platform system. Depending on the task at hand, it can function as a logistics platform, a combat platform, Zobao, or even a platform for FPV drones.
The versatility of the Gnome allows it to be converted from a logistics or evacuation vehicle into a combat one. If a track is knocked out, it can still move on its wheels.
If these advanced drones had been around 1 year, 18 months, 2 or even 3 years ago, the war would already be entirely different. But they only appeared about a year ago. Now they are rapidly scaling up their production. And by the time this coming summer finally arrives, the war will be completely different. It will be a warfare between robots, with machines performing all the labor instead of people.
The NRC is protected by various communication links. If one is jammed, another one switches on. The drone can keep moving and carry out combat missions on the front line. Such drones are already entering combat units, particularly in the Zaporizhzhia direction, where the enemy is intensifying assaults.
Our intelligence reports are actively monitoring and recording the movement of reserves. We see their attempts to bring in as many additional assault units here as possible, in order to consolidate their success and maintain control over this strategic direction. To transfer them from Steppe to Hersk and Hulyapol, They are moving toward the Rykhiv direction, so that they can effectively control both of the vital logistics roads and finally get within a much closer striking range. A direct artillery shot to Zaporizhzhia.
However, the rifle drone is not the only innovation. Based on the same Hnoba, they developed a drone mothership that can drive into the enemy's rear and remotely launch drones from on board. A dozen drones equipped with artificial intelligence.
The main idea is to involve artificial intelligence in battle management. A reconnaissance drone assesses and transmits data to a cloud storage. There, target recognition takes place, and then a command is transmitted to the executor drones with machine vision to engage and strike the target.
War makes its own adjustments. The battlefield is changing. Ground robotic platforms are appearing more and more often at positions, saving lives by evacuating personnel, delivering supplies, and transporting ammunition. This saves the lives of our soldiers because the loss of a machine made of steel is incomparable to the loss of a human life. Ruslan Yarmolyuk, Mikhailo Putyata, TSN 1+1 Marathon, United News.
A blackout in Belgorod and the surrounding district. The city was plunged into darkness. Local authorities report serious damage to an infrastructure facility. Social media users write that 2 electrical substations, Frunzenskaya and Belgorod, were hit. There are also reports of communication problems, particularly with the operator Megaphone. A missile alert was declared in Belgorod and explosions were heard.